So the fruit is like, it says in the top and bottom, I think of like North Pole and South Pole. So you're gonna start by slicing off one of the poles. But what you wanna do is expose the layer of fruit inside. And then you are going to just thinly slice it into rounds. And I basically slice it as thin as possible, but you don't wanna go really thicker than 1/8 of an inch. So it's important to use a sharp knife here and just continue to slice through the thickest part of the orange. So if you see any seeds, go ahead and take those out. These are not thin skin blood oranges at all. It's actually a very thick skin. It's okay though. All the more reason to cut it as thinly as possible. So once you get to the end, it becomes a lot harder to then slice even rounds when you only have this much of the fruit left. So go ahead and squeeze that into a bowl because we're going to use 2 tablespoons of juice to make this slurry mixture with some sugar in the bottom. So this is a nice slice. You can see as I cut through, the juices already started to kind of penetrate the pith because we want that part to soften, become translucent, sweeten up a little bit. This looks good. You don't really want it much thicker than this if you can manage. So in this bowl, I have 1/3 cup of sugar. And I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of juice. I just love this color. So then this just gets whisked together. You don't wanna really dissolve all the sugar. You just wanna make this kind of thick mixture. So this goes into the bottom of the pan. So here's what's gonna happen. The sugar in this mixture is gonna draw the juices out of the slices. And then the juice that's already in here is gonna give off its color, and it's gonna kind of like dye and stain the white pithy areas of the fruit red. So that's what gives this cake an almost like sort of jewel-like color. I'm gonna start with a nice slice. I'm gonna place it off to one side, right against the very edge. And then I'm gonna overlap my slices almost by half. And then I just continue to lay down slices, overlapping basically that same amount, kind of in rows, but also kind of working all the way around from one side of the pan to the other. If you come across any seeds, pull those out. I have I didn't slice all of it. I might have cut a few more slices, we'll see. It's good to have a little bit of extra to work with. So I have the entire bottom of the pan covered. It looks already pretty on this side, but it's gonna look better on the opposite side when I flip it over. Now, one thing that can happen with this cake is that during baking, some of that